everyone, and welcome. How is everyone doing today? We are still working on Home Sweet Home Week. So we are going to be working with one of our newer door hangers, the one I showed you on Monday that has a roof line and it says Home Sweet Home. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a different technique on this. So what I'm going to actually show you, here's the word home. It's going to go there. I'm going to show you how to do the technique that makes this look like blue jeans, because we're going to be using blue jean ribbon on this, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to do the same technique on here. Now, you've all seen me use the antique wax before. So I did the back with antique wax. I put 2 pieces of painter's tape here and did antique wax on the top and antique wax on the bottom. Now, when you do this technique, your white paint has to be brushed on and has to be dry. So that's the stage we're at now. Hi Tiff, how are you? So what we're going to do, let me just move these. So my white paint is dry. So now what I have is I have true navy. Now we're going to brush this on top of the dry white paint. Okay. I'm doing good. How are you, Tiff? Thank you for joining. If you're just new, please say hello. I appreciate the sharing of this video. And in the description, I have a lot of links to other sites. I make a few pennies off of that. It actually helps me afford some of the extra items that I use in my lives. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to paint this on. And we want to get it really, really thick. I left the painter's tape on there because I know this can get sloppy. And because I want to work with it while it's wet, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do half of it. Well, let's go ahead and see. Now I am covering up the lines that show where to put the words, but I should still be able to see those. Oh, don't dry on me. It's already drying. And we don't want it to dry, and we don't want to water it down. I know we all are, Tiff. She's on all our minds because we miss her being on. All right, now I think I got a pretty good wet surface there. Just making sure I have good coverage. Now the idea with this is to take a stiff brush and brush it out. So I have a little dustpan brush that we're going to use. And we're going to start on one side and we're going to swipe to the other side. Now see, I can still see the lines in here for where my pieces are going to go. Now you want your bristles touching. So you're going to go in one direction. I don't want to like go back over it too much. And then we're going to go in the other direction, because usually with blue jeans you have like a pattern and it goes in 2 directions. You know, blue jeans can be all kinds. Now, if it gets real goopy, you can go ahead and you can wipe it off on a wet rag, or you can use a diaper wipe. The diaper wipe is what I use to do the stain. the antique wax. You've all seen me do it tons of times. If you haven't, there's a lot of videos there that show you how to do it. I'm just trying to get as much of this off as I can, but I should be able to show you. See how that looks like jeans? The pattern in our jeans that we wear. Get my table cleaned off here. Isn't that sharp? All right. So I'm just trying to get some of the paint off here. I'll probably soak this in water. It's just an old dustpan brush. I was going to try using like a wallpaper brush, but I couldn't find it. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull off our painter's tape. Uh-oh. I see where I messed up a little with the stain. I didn't quite get this back in the right place that I had it, because I had to switch it. I had it turned around so I wasn't getting anything on the white. So we may have to go back and kind of touch that up a little. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to let this dry some. Now, let's go ahead and find a really thin brush. Where is it? Here it is. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to, thank you. It is kind of neat. I thought it'd be something different. You know me, I'm all about different and unique. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use the brush on this, and then we may have to go back with a dry brush and kind of pull some of the stain off. But I don't want that real light streak showing. And I think we're going to do the mushroom wreath on Monday. Yep, got a little on the blue. Yikes. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull some of this off, so it doesn't look like I fixed it. I think this is a really easy technique for sure. Now I'm going to take my fingernail and get as close to that line as I can to get some of the excess off without touching the blue. And I think I'm doing a good job of blending it there. I don't think it looks too bad. And I can go back over when the blue is dry. Let's see a little bit on this side. Do I need to zoom in for anybody? I probably should, because I know there are a few that I have, a few customers that it's easier for them to see it when I'm in closer. So I'm just touching up where I added the extra stain to cover. There we go. I think that looks really good. All right, let's get rid of that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and work on our letters and get them. I think we're going to go with white. I went ahead and I painted the home because it was so big. And look how that really goes well with the blue. So I think we're going to do the same with our sweet home here. So where is my painter's tape? Awesome. It's addicting, isn't it? Oh, wait till you see the haul that I got from Temu. And because so many people are selling the beaded pins, it kind of limits what you can do to them different. So I went ahead and I bought some that are actually sublimatable. Like, you know, I use a heat press and sublimation paper. Well, I have the pens that I can sublimate on. And I'm going to do a video because they are so cool. And I'm waiting on the mushrooms because I ordered mushrooms. And I'm going to be sublimating the pen with mushrooms on it. I will also be able to put a name on them. Anything anybody would want on them. It's just when you look at this, it's so small, the area that you sublimate on. It's unbelievable. So we're painting the home sweet home. See if we can squeeze that in there. But I ordered a bunch of beads and I have another pack I'm still waiting on package. They are. And you would need a really nice rack to display them. And they are on our website or in our Etsy shop. We have sold so many of them. And right now, the big 72, it's in 17 people's carts. So, because there isn't anything out there that you can like take apart and put back together for craft shows. Although I would leave them all on the rack and just put them in a tote and just pick them up and put them on the table. But some people want to be able to take them apart. All right, so we've got that. This is still a little wet up here, so let's go ahead and glue on our sweet home. Let that dry. Work on the bow. Now with this, you have the option that you can, yes you do, put a piece of styrofoam up here and then use, which check this out, I even did the button bow holder in denim, and then put your button bow holder up here for your bow. So let me just move these over, put this over here, and let's go ahead and do this. Now I think I'm going to try something different. Usually I put glue on the letters and put them down, and when I do that, it always moves. So I think we are going to put the glue on the board and see if we can do that better. See if it works better. Sometimes the glue gets a little sloppy. Yeah, we have an 18 pen rack, we have a 36, and we have a 72. And the 72 has been the biggest seller because they are addicting for sure. I think it's a little easier putting it in the space. But it's really nice when you sell a beaded pen and you also sell the refills with it. And the sublimated ones, the sublimation pens, beaded pens, didn't come with them. And I had trouble locating them. But I did find a woman that sells both. And I picked up some of the sublimation pens. And then was able to get the refills. Because you don't want to sell somebody a pen and not have a refill. Right? But I think that's the easier way to do it. Like I said, this is still drying. Yep. We'll just let it dry it just a little bit longer. And we'll go ahead and work on our bow. Now, for our bow holder, we need to go through here and put a knot at the end. Then you go up, down, and around, because when you go around, this is going to be your loop that you'll hang it to your door. I want this a little bit lower. So I put a little tape on the end of mine because it makes it go through the button bow holder a lot easier. And then, yikes, I got paint on that. So let's go ahead. I forget to bring scissors in here. I had them here a minute ago. Gonna have to go get them. Because that has glue on it. I love blue jean. I love blue. So anything that looks blue, I love. I'm just trying to get the excess paint off my hands so I don't get it on here. All right, so we're going to pull this through and we're going to knot it. And we're going to pull it. It's a little bit crooked, so we need to come down on this a little more. So see, you do all your adjusting up top here. Now when I have this here, I want to make sure that this is lining up there. Then I know I have it straight. Okay, we're good. So next step, you're going to take your zip tie, put it down, and pull it up. Because in here is where your bow is going to sit, and down here is where your styrofoam is going to sit. We're going to cover this with moss, and then we're going to put a little floral arrangement up there. But this was developed to keep your bow steady. If you went ahead and just tied a bow to this, it's going to be flopping every which way. Now the nice thing about this, you also can put your bow in here, and you can also take little greenery and put it under your bow also. Or you could take a piece of mesh and fold that up and put that there, and then put your bow on top. All right. So I have the perfect bow fabric for this design. I have a denim, and then I have this with flowers. So that's what we're going to be using. And let me see if these will work on this. If they don't, I'll get my good pair. Well, that should work. Okay. All right. Where is, we'll use this one. So then I'm twisting. For a door hanger, you don't need a bow really big. You don't want it because you don't want it overpowering your design. So I think I'm going to go with 5 on this. And I would say they're probably about 4 inches. Then we're going to take this, which I know is going to complement this really well. And we're going to start on this side. I always do tails on one side, and then the next ribbon I start my tails on the other side. I'm going to go just a tiny bit smaller. Now, if you really want your bow to be fluffy, you push up here in the middle. I know, right? I love anything denim, and this reminds me of denim. In fact, I think this was bought at Michael's or A.C. Moore a while back. And I think we're going to go with 5 on this one too. No, I think we're going to go 4. So we went 6, 4. And then I'm going to throw a little bit of this ribbon in here. I think this ribbon is this trim is kind of cool looking. And I think that'd be just something different. So I'm just going to make like a bow and put that in the middle, just like that, just for a little bit of texture. I don't do that often, and I think it just needs a little bit of like denim and lace, you know what I mean? All right, we're going to pull this out, We're going to put this right here, and we're going to close our zip tie. Now for me, it's easier to use some needle nose pliers. Now I'm going to try and pull this to the top, or maybe we can get it to the bottom. There we go. Push it down that way so it shouldn't show. And then just trim it. Now, we want to go ahead and we want to fluff up those middles. Again, we don't need really long tails, so we are going to trim these. Thank you, Tiff. So all I'm doing is kind of puffing up the middle. Like that. And then we're going to puff this up a little bit. Now, let's go ahead and kind of pull this down there. Kind of want to try and get this over this direction, that tail. So then I have one of each on each side. There we go. So I'm just kind of spreading this upward to get a poofier bow. Now I may have to take a little bit of glue and kind of push this down in the glue to keep that from fraying. Or let's try and do a little knot and then kind of cut close to the knot. There, that worked. Hello, Izzy, how are you? Where are you watching from? All right, so let's go ahead and trim this just like that. All right, so we've got our bow. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our, and I want my smaller zip tie, we're going to put our styrofoam up here. Now I'm going to do exactly what I did with the button bow holder, where I'm going to go down and come back up, because that leaves the flat side of the zip tie against the back, so it's not going to be scratching the door. Because if you have this little hook part on the back of the door, then you got issues, and we don't want that. And I do have some chair pads that we're going to place on the back, and we're going to actually, that'll keep it from scratching any door. So we're just going to go ahead and pull that tight like that. What's the weather like in Washington, D.C., Izzy? Okay, that's still drying. All right. We're going to need, now you don't need to have one of these, but I use this. All right, so we're going to create a little floral arrangement on the top here. So I have some carnations that kind of have like a two-tone to them. So I'm thinking those are going to be a great one to add in here. Of course, everything's dropping on the floor. I may go ahead and put those in there. I'm not sure. I think I'm better off with these, just these little white flowers. And see how this looks. I want some greenery in here. So I'm thinking maybe some of these Dusty Miller or Lamb's Ear. I'm sorry. No, I think I want more green. So I think we're going to go with this. Now I'm just pushing up the leaves a little bit. I know, right? Izzy said it's 76 degrees in Washington. It's warm here, but it's supposed, we're in Pennsylvania, and it's supposed to get cold. So, all right, let's go ahead and try these. And what you do is you slide that, oops, what happened? My dogs are laying there and a piece of paper dropped and it startled them. At least Blaze isn't squeaking away like he was on Monday night. Oops, we didn't want another one out. We had one. So I'm going to go ahead and put some, cut one long and one small, one short. That one didn't want to cooperate. So we're going to help it along. Any sharing of my videos is greatly appreciated. All right, we got those two. I think we need to go just a little bit shorter on this one too. I think my bow's going to be a mess by the time I'm done. Probably should have did this first, but I'm trying to let that dry because it's still a little wet. 80, Tiff said it's 80 in Louisiana. All right, let's go ahead. Yep, this is going to get in my way. All right. Now, sometimes I need this just to push it in. There we go. Kind of like that. And I really should have put a little glue under there. So I think at the end I will go back and put a little spot of glue. So let me just see this. It looks pretty good. Okay, I want a little greenery in there to kind of build it up and kind of cover it up some. So I am going to use a little bit of, I have either that or the lighter. I'm going to go with the lighter. This is a bigger boxwood. I'm going to go with the lighter because the lighter kind of pulls that light green out of the ribbon. So let's get some of this in here. I always like to use boxwood as a filler. It's a great fill-in. Let's go ahead and put some spikes on there. Now, let's try here. And then let's do one there. We can kind of maneuver that around. Let's kind of do it like that. I think I like that. But I don't have any more of the big box wood in my Etsy shop, but I do have the little. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to glue this. And that came off. There we go. Now, I think we're going to go for some of this, just to get a little bit of that white in there. Just see where this is going to work. There. Just kind of, sometimes you have a stem sticking up there. I just like to curl it downward. And that one came out too. Well, we're just going to have to glue those when I'm done. That's not supposed to happen. And then let's figure out where we're going to put these. This did not have any leaves on it, so we're just going to take that one off and put it on there. Except I think we're going to go back here a little more. And I think we're going to go for 2 more of this filler. Now, I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. Let's go right in here. There we go. That went flying. Come on now. All right. So this is what we've got so far. Oh no. Put my finger right in that paintbrush. Just making sure I didn't get any on that. I didn't, just on me. Ah. Why did I lay that there? I just don't know. Oh, I think that's too much. All right. Let's just move that so I don't do that again. Hold on. All right. So now we're going to glue on the home and the roof line. And the little heart. But before I do that, I don't know, I'm thinking this would look really cool across here before I glue the home down. Ooh, I love it. Okay, we're going to be adding that. That is going to be cute. All right, let's plug in my glue gun. Now let's put that there. That is really sharp looking. I love it. All right. Let's move some of this stuff away. So before we glue that down, what color do you think I should do the roof? Should I do the roof black? Let's try it. Let's flip it over to the opposite side. And let's just add a little black and see if that's the way I want to go. These are the Posca paint markers. That's really kind of dark. So let's see if we used a different color blue. Oh, come on. Okay. Or maybe a gray. Okay, I'm not liking that. So let's try gray. Gray it is. All right. Got a little bit on the side there. There we go. Yep, I think the gray is perfect. Let's move this down here so I don't burn myself. There we go. I don't know, I may take these out. I'm not feeling that. I have to play with that a little more. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to see if this, yep, it's coming out good. What am I stuck on? There we go. All right. Start pushing this in. Oh my gosh, that is so striking. I love it. And everybody knows that if you order this and you want some of this, all you have to do is put it in the comments. I share my ribbon. I love to help everybody out. And I have so much of this, it would not hurt to give a little. There we go. Oh my gosh. But this greenery is not doing it for me, so I'm going to have to do something different there. All right, let's move this. Let's kind of push this up a little. And go ahead and glue that down. It really finishes off the denim. That's for sure. And I think in all the years I've been doing this on YouTube and Facebook, I don't think I've ever done a denim one. Now we're also going to take, nope, I guess we knotted that, and that's fine. All right, so let's go ahead and glue our home on here. I just have to look a little bit, see where it goes. So it goes right there. I'm going to have to push this out of the way a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue the letters. Hey Nancy, how are you? We're almost finished, but you can always watch the replay. We did a denim paint technique on this, and now we're putting the last of the words on here. Now where is that again? Right there, I think. Yep. Hold that a minute. You got everything organized? Did you get back in your craft room yet? I've been thinking about you. Okay, then there's a roof line here that we painted gray. And we're going to put that in place. Just like that. And then there's a heart that goes, oh my gosh, that gray just makes it. And that trim just makes it pop. But that greenery is bothering me. So that's got to come out. Oh my gosh. I love this paint technique. We used a brush like this. Oh no. Feel better soon. So we painted it white, let that dry. Then we used true navy over top scored this across and then scored down to get our little denim look. Let me pull it up some. I don't think this one's going in the shop. I think this one's going on my door. I love denim. I'm just going to have to pull these. I'm not happy with those. So maybe it just needs, look at that one popped out. I'll figure it out. And you know I'll post a picture. I think we're good. Just love the technique. Well, we've got our button bow holder up here. We've got styrofoam there. There's holes for styrofoam or ribbon. Even our little button bow holder has the blue jean paint technique on it. But there we go. So I love this one. I just have to, the greenery is just not doing it for me. I don't know why. I was trying to match the ribbon and I'm not feeling it. So it's going to come out and we're going to redo it with something else. Oh, we got time. I can redo it now. I'm thinking maybe what's better is some fern. Actually, let's just pull it all out. We're just going to do it right. We have to put a little glue under here because we got some slippage going on. So we got that. Not feeling it. Where is my needle nose? Somewhere under here. We've got that greenery. These leaves, the stem is so thin. All right, let's start over. Now I'm thinking either this or some fern. Is that good now? Yes, that is good. So let's try this one. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that. Okay, get these out of there. Don't like them. All right. There, that should hold. Now, before I put that in, I want to cover it up with a little bit of moss. Ugh. It's always so yucky. Ouch. Found it. That didn't feel good. All right, so we've got our moss covering. Let's try this. Other one wasn't doing it. All right, then we're going to go back to these. And because that's not sticking real good, we're going to add a little bit of that. And let's get some of this in there. glue. Try not to touch it. Hey Judith, how are you? We undid our floral and we're redoing it. Just was too heavy. Now, where did I put my, I had them right here. There they are. Where is that? There. I think that one. We went ahead and we used the blue jean painting technique on this. We added some ribbon between the two, dividing areas. Now we are just adding some florals. Yeah, we're just going to put some of this on there. I think this is better. Except this is a little too long. So I'm going to pull that out and we're going to shorten it. And we're going to put a stem on the end. And we're going to put a little glue. There we go. Come on now. Okay. We are just going to glue the stem and poke it in there. It's a little too long. There we go. Same with this one. Little too long. Isn't that cool? We painted it white first, and then we let the white dry. I did that off camera, so you're not going to find that on camera. And then we painted it with this true navy. And before it dried, we went this way with a stiff brush and then this way to give it that look. Because we got blue jean in the ribbon and we wanted to add it on this. So first step, you painter tape the area that you want to do your wax on. Need something right there. I know what it needs. I think it needs some of these. Let's see. I don't like that long thing. Just something different. There we go. I like that. Yeah, it's a blue jean paint technique is what it was. Really easy to do, I thought. That needs to go up in there. There. Then we went ahead and we laid some of this ribbon that I have here and here. We put a little bit in the bow also, which that is too long. I feel better about this one than I did the other one, the other greenery. I like it better. I did the roof of gray and the rest of the letters. So there we go. There is a door hanger. Have to fluff up my bow a little, but I think we're good. And shame I don't have like a little red to put right in the middle there, but that might be overdoing it. And I may go ahead and take away 2 of these loops. I don't know. We'll see. But there is our blue jean. Thank you. There's Nanny Dot. Hey, girlfriend. No problem. No problem. All right. Let me quick. I promised Tiff I would show her my Temu haul. She started doing beaded pens. So this is the first haul. The second haul comes tomorrow. So I'm going to bring you in a little bit for this. All right. This is a sublimatable pen, beaded pen. Now, it comes apart. You've got your top part. You have your barrel. And then you have your bottom part. Now with this, like my signs, I have a little print that is actually mushrooms. So this will go on my heat press. The mushroom print will go on the pen. And then I will have a mushroom bottom. And I will put, what's coming tomorrow. I have mushrooms that are coming tomorrow. So, I got Dog Mama. These are called focal beads. The focal beads are the bead that goes like at the top, in the middle, but it's what you focus your whole design on. Then I have My Kids Have Paws. Let me pull you in just a little bit smaller. My Kids Have Paws. Flip-flops. You got to have flip-flops for summer. Then this one, these are teacher ones. You've got apples and you've got a leopard print apple. Then, of course, we had to do cats because we need cats. I got these beads. See, they'll go in between the focal bead, which is the bigger bead. Like I said, this is a different one than what we have. So that'll go on there. Then, of course, you know me and my chickens. I had to get chickens, and that's a focal bead. Plus there are other beads in there that look like chicken wings and such. So this is like a combo pack where you have your focal bead and you have your other ones. Then we have Father's Day. Gotta start thinking of Father's Day. This one says, I love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day, Father's Day. So they would make a nice pen for a man. And see, that'll go with that. And then we have some Disney ones, because everybody loves Disney. But they're not a focal. Oh, crap. Well, these will go to my grandkids to put on their Crocs. Because that's what I think they're for. I thought they were focal beads for the beaded pen. But I guess not. But I have some jeweled Mickey Minnie Mouse coming tomorrow that will really be cool. So we've got mushrooms on the way. So this will be put on here and heat pressed on. And then the top, I will build a whole mushroom. Ah, see? It's addicting, isn't it, Tiff? Oh my gosh. These all came from Temu. And the batch coming tomorrow is Temu. These sublimated pens came from Amazon. And then I found a lady that, why isn't that coming out? Found a lady that sells the inside. Well, it did come out the other day. There we go. This is a replacement ink. So, holy cow, it's really raining right now. Don't know where that came from. But check out the pen racks. I think you'll really like them. I've got 4 more going out tomorrow. Just trying to figure out how to put this back together. There we go. And your pens, you always twist the bottom. It doesn't click up top like a normal pen. So I'm going to try and do a video on these this weekend because we're doing the mushroom wreath on Monday. We still have this Home Sweet Home camper sign that we're doing. I'm waiting on the ribbon. I have ribbon coming in that matches that. So that's what we'll be doing. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, hitting the thumbs up, hitting anything, and hitting the share button. And I will see you all on Monday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Have a great weekend. Thank you.